In my last video, I sat right here and I talked about long-form factor content. I told you that Netflix strategy of short-form pump-and-dump content, that is, making shows that are designed to be cancelled in 2 seasons with only 8 episodes a season if you're lucky, was hitting a wall. I said they needed a legacy and a new strategy, and that old strategy was the one that should replace it. The one where you actually got 24 or 26 episodes a season. Well, obviously, Ted Sarandis subscribes to my channel with notifications turned on, as should you. Because just 24 hours later, the news broke. Netflix isn't just pivoting, they're buying the whole damn store. The Warner Brothers store, that is. The buyout is official. We are talking about a deal valued at $82.7 billion. That's not a typo, it's not a misspeak. That is the GPD of a mid-sized European country. Not that that's saying much these days. One day, the streaming war may come to an end, and I will be able to watch a decent movie without being asked for a new password. So basically never. Today, we're going to look past the surface level reports. We're going to talk about the insane debt it took on to do this, the hidden gaming asset that nobody's talking about, why the deal might actually be illegal. This massive consolidation isn't happening in a vacuum. We've seen Disney take full control of Hulu, and Amazon's acquisition of MGM Studio is a huge signal that the land grab for content and distribution is far from finished. This isn't just the newest move, it's also the biggest piece yet, and it forces everyone else to respond.
Going once, going twice at $60 billion.
We bid $87.2 billion.
Sold!
I'm not sure why AI just decided that the Borg should be buying Warner Brothers, but apparently they did. And after a 60 billion bid was, never mind. Anyway, I'm too poor to afford good AI, so you'll have to deal with what I give you. Okay, let's start with the important bit. The money. Because numbers are frankly nauseating when you get to this level. Netflix is acquiring Warner Brothers for an enterprise value of $82.7 billion. To give you context, Disney bought Lucasfilm Star Wars for $4 billion. Disney bought Marvel for $4 billion. You could buy Star Wars 20 times over for what Netflix just paid for Warner Brothers. And this wasn't a friendly handshake. This was a knife fight in a phone booth. You had Paramount and Skydance trying to scrape together a deal. You had Comcast sniffing around the edges. But Netflix came in with the Godfather offer, a mostly cash offer that Warner Brothers simply couldn't refuse. And let's be honest, Zaslav has been looking for an exit ramp for years. He stripped the company down, cancelled movies for tax write-offs, and now he gets to hand the keys over and walk away into the sunset. But here's the catch. Netflix doesn't have $83 billion in the bank. They are borrowing it. Reports indicate that they've lined up a $59 billion bridge loan from banks like Wells Fargo. They are leveraging their future to buy Hollywood's past. If interest rates tick up, or if subscribers tick down, this debt bomb becomes very dangerous very quickly.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So, for the price of a small moon that probably isn't a space station or battle station because those guys got sold to Disney, what does Netflix actually own from this deal? Critically, they're not buying everything. They are buying the Warner Bros. Studio and streaming assets. They are not buying the declining cable networks, CNN, TNT, the Food Network. These are being spun off into a new Discovery Global company. Netflix looked at linear cable TV and said, "No thanks, you can keep the Dinosaur." Instead, they've settled for the crown jewels. They get the DC Universe, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. They get the wizarding world of Harry Potter, so look forward to short series of those. They also get HBO, The Sopranos, The Wire, The Game of Thrones, Succession. Think about that. Netflix, the company that gave us Is It Cake, now owns The Sopranos. It's a bit like McDonald's buying a Michelin star restaurant. In addition to this, they also get a 100-year library of film history. Casablanca, The Matrix, Lord of the Rings. Netflix has spent billions trying to build franchises from scratch. Remember Rebel Moon? Well, yeah, neither do I, really. Now they don't have to build franchises, they just bought the cultural operating system of the 20th century. Now here's the piece of the puzzle that almost every other financial analyst is ignoring. Netflix didn't just buy a movie studio, they also bought WB Games. For the last 3 years, Netflix has been desperately trying to get into video games. They've been offering mobile games on the app, buying small indie studios. It's been cute, but it hasn't really moved the needle. Meanwhile, WB Games owns NetherRealm, Mortal Kombat, Rocksteady, Batman Asylum, and the team behind Hogwarts Legacy, which was one of the best-selling games of 2023. Overnight, Netflix went from mobile casual games to owning some of the biggest AAA game developers on Earth. Imagine a future where you finish watching your new Harry Potter show on Netflix and a button pops up that says play the game and it streams Hogwarts Legacy 2 instantly to your television set via the cloud. This is the kind of ecosystem lock-in they have been dreaming of. And this brings us to the elephant in the room, the movie theatres. Warner Brothers is the studio that practically invented the blockbuster. They love the cinema. Netflix famously hates it. Ted Sarandos has called movie theatres outdated and wants movies on the app from day one. This, of course, means that the National Association of Theatre Owners is having a panic attack. They are calling this a noose around their theatrical marketplace. If Netflix owns a studio, are they going to put Batman Part 2 in theatres for 90 days? Or are they just going to put it in theatres for 2 weeks just to qualify it for an Oscar, then yank it to boost their Q4 subscriber numbers? Netflix said in their press release that they will continue to support theatrical releases, but actions speak louder than press releases. If the algorithm tells them that people prefer watching Dune on their iPhone while on the toilet, well, guess where Dune is going? It's going with a flush. Now, before you go panic selling your AMC stock, hold on. The deal isn't done. It's targeted to close by late 2026, but it has to get past the final boss, the US government. Washington is already screaming. Senator Elizabeth Warren has called this an anti-monopoly nightmare, and honestly, she's kind of got a point. They are proposing to combine the biggest streamer on planet Earth, Netflix, with its biggest premium competitor, HBO. You are consolidating the labour market for writers and actors into one massive singularity. The unions, SAG, AFTRA and the WGA are of course terrified. And here's the wild card. The political landscape. The Trump administration may look on this and see leverage. They may block it just to mess with Hollywood, or they might let it go through if Netflix makes certain concessions. It's a bit of a coin flip, to be honest.
I shall now predict.
So, is this sustainable? Netflix is moving from a build strategy, even though I don't like the limited series they're building, to a buy strategy. It feels like an admission that they couldn't generate enough lasting culture on their own, so they're loading up on debt to buy a safety net. So, here's my first prediction. The Net Warner Max bundle. HBO Max is a standalone app and it's pretty dead. It will end up being folded into Netflix as a premium tier. You want Batman? Then you need to pay the ultra premium price, your $15, and your subscription is probably going to go up to $30. My second prediction is the death of mid-budget movies. Netflix operates on data. Data hates risks. We are going to see a flood of Harry Potter spin-offs and Batman reboots. And the risky, weird, artistic movies that Warner Brothers used to fund, well, these are going to go. And my third prediction is gaming integration. Watch for a massive push into cloud gaming. Your Netflix subscription will eventually look more like an Xbox Game Pass. This is the biggest gamble in media history. If it works, Netflix becomes the only entertainment company that matters. If it fails, the debt could crush them, and we'll be watching Apple buys Netflix videos for the next 5 years. But what do you guys think? Did Netflix overpay? Do they now own the world? Or is this going to be an unprecedented disaster for them? Let me know in the comments. Let me know where I went wrong in my analysis, and let me know where you think this will go yourselves. I can't wait to hear from you all. And if you want to support my channel and help me pay for my inevitable $40 Netflix subscription, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I promise, unlike Netflix, my rates aren't going to go up anytime soon, because I publish these for free on YouTube. That's why I'm poor, and it's why the AI will be terrible. You just gotta live with it.